Eric. Hey, Randy.
What?
I got a question.
Are we recording already?
Maybe.
What's the question?
Three-eye atlas. What the heck is three-eye atlas? And what's
Are you recording at this time?
yes, is that bad? Should I
Three,
not?
three AI Atlas.
Not
Right.
3AI atlas, 3-eye atlas. Isn't that what it's
Three,
called? The thing that's
three
supposed
AI Atlas. Okay. So we're finally going to get into UFOs and what all this has been about the last 40 years. Are you ready?
Should I get my alien mask?
Nope, because it doesn't apply.
Wonderful.
So whatever this thing is a form of, let's see if I can recall, salvation theology.
Oh, is Jesus coming back? Is this what's happening?
Yeah, yeah. All this is you take everything for everybody that needs salvation and you project it onto Donald Trump, I mean AI or whatever this thing is, right? And it's coming to save you. And this one scientist that found it, Avi, I can't remember his
Bobby
name,
Loeb.
Avi Loeb. Yeah,
Prestidigitation.
it's like all this language of like, well, we may be intelligent and we don't know where it came from or how it got here or why. And then they give you all the percentages of like, well, it's in the plane of the elliptic and they go on and on and on. And none of it makes any sense because all of it's untrue. Okay.
Of course it is.
It's I looked at it, it's a freaking ball of ice or water, whatever you want to call it. That's it. There's no mechanical objects or constructs on it. Anybody does remote viewing or bilocality or any of that other stuff can jump in there and look at it, right? It's not that hard. And then they want to reference back to Ulamangua, whatever that first one was. And it's
Oh,
like,
Oumuamua.
oh, there we go. And it's like, are these alien words, by the way? Anyway,
I don't know,
it,
but it kind of feels good in my mouth. Oumuamua, mua, mua,
yeah, yeah.
mua, mua, mua,
So,
mua.
and that one came in and did a U-turn, and science course had never seen a U-turn before, and obviously has never watched American politics, or they would know what that looks like. So
Or
there,
Speed Racer.
yeah. So salvation theology says this thing's coming to save us, and of course. The first question comes up is, what's your name and where are you from?
I don't know. We should ask Chat GPT if Three-Eye Atlas is a good fit and maybe they should start dating.
Yeah. And, the great thing about salvation theology, I learned from a person named Joel. We won't mention last names, but I decided a name from my new religion, and it has to have a God, and I'm going to call that God Zilla. Okay. So Zilla is the new god of our new religion that we're founding, in case anybody wants to ask, and everybody can know that name and use it whenever they want. But Joel the Great, we'll call him, Joel the Great, taught me something very important about all this. And are you ready?
Yeah.
God, Zilla in this case, has told me that all of you need to give me all your money. So there you go. That's our chant for the masses that want to join our religion, and they can print the name of God on their t-shirts and call it Zilla.
And they
Or they
can
can,
stick out their tongues like this.
yeah. And so no, that's the Hollywood sect. We don't mess with them, right?
What about Kale? Do we mess with Kale? Maybe
Yeah.
Kale can be our sponsor.
Oh, now there's an idea. right? What has Kale done for you lately, right?
Put that in your kale pipe and smoke it.
Well, there's an idea. We would eliminate a few more from the planet. So, anyway, so there's a whole thing. Salvation theology comes up, and we call them UFOs and we call them aliens. Nobody's ever presented one. Everybody admits to seeing one. Everybody admits to like the latest one is, do I have any hybrid children with aliens?
Oh, yeah, there's a lady who has lots of them.
Yeah. So so when you want to write a
Angelina Jolie.
story, huh?
Sorry. Angelina Jolie.
No last names, no last names. Um,
Angelina has a alien baby.
Holstein, that's the last name. Anyway,
I knew I wasn't going to say, but you.
yeah. So now we're confronted with something I think people need to learn. The narratives that are in place right now are, let's see, injustice, like what we see with Trump and Obama and whoever else you want to throw in the loop, and betrayal, and we throw in Trump and Obama and whoever else you want to throw in the loop. So what we have two themes, and we just kind of rock back and forth between them because that's what the writer's room is doing to present all this news we get every week. So,
Well, JD Vance, the news today is that JD Vance wants disclosure,
oh, there we go. There we
right?
go.
And the nuclear submarines that was yesterday are off Russia, and we
Yeah,
had a little quakey shaky in Manhattan. Ooh.
yeah.
Mhm.
I learned from a geologist very, very long time ago. Every river represents a fault line.
And
So
the
if you look
river's
at
pretty
New
freaking
York
long and
City,
big.
yeah, and it's split by two rivers, and that might give you a clue, right? So,
Oh, subduction zone, how I love you.
yeah. So anyway, I have a recommendation to all our audience and would-be sponsors, and that is that you take pieces of paper for people that aren't used to that, and you write down your favorite thing from the last week and the week before and the week before. And you'll end up with a file of about, say, 10 or 15 subjects. You can throw in Israel and Iran. You can throw in, where's that place? Russia. You can throw in Russiagate. You can throw in Trump. You can throw in Ulamu, whatever you call
Mua, mua,
it.
prestidigitation, all the
Yeah.
words.
And so if you make you a file of all these, you can then turn around and apply a filter to it to which one bothers you the most, and you can rank them. And the other thing is you won't be surprised when this week they bring up, you know, Ukraine again, or they bring up like all they're doing is reaching into that same file folders that you're setting up and pulling out what you should be worried about today.
It's like a
And
Rolodex. It's
yeah,
revolving.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like a
Make your
virtual
own Rolodex.
Rolodex.
So if you make your own Rolodex, you can go, oh yeah, I worried about that 6 weeks ago, and I'm glad they reminded me. Okay. Because some of this stuff has been going on forever. It's like a never-ending story. It's kind of like a Pirates of the Caribbean sequel. Anyway, I just wish they'd write some new material. It's why do we have to bring the aliens and salvation theology back in the
People are
picture?
stupid, and that's what they like. They're
Well,
catering to the common denominator, which is like 70 IQ, EQ, maybe.
yeah, they don't have to be stupid. They just have
Sound
to
like
be
my mother.
entertained.
Sorry.
And just like it's summertime, this will all calm down in about 3 weeks because thank God they're bringing our religion football back into for
Oh,
when it
yeah.
comes to-
Tribal warfare over a pigskin. Yeah.
yeah. So once we're safely ensconced in the football season, we really don't have a lot of time to worry about Ukraine or Israel or aliens or
Or
politics.
the giant ice ball.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Don't forget. Maybe that's
A
why they called it Hail Bop, because actually it's just hail, large.
oh, I never thought about that. It's a hailstone, right?
It's kind of like a kidney stone, and it's got
Yeah,
a
yeah,
cast, and it's
yeah. So they
painful.
should have called this. What do you call it? AI? What is the
Three-eye atlas.
yeah, three eye. Mm.
My third eye is
Yeah, and then we got
happening.
to throw Atlas in, and anybody know that mythology? They quit teaching Greek mythology so
Well,
long ago.
yeah. And
Nobody talks
cursive,
about it.
atlas. He's going to shrug, and then my third eye is going to explode right along with Donald Trump's
Right.
legs.
Yeah, and oh, by the way, that three eye Atlas is going to hide behind the sun, and
Okay.
it's going to do it to keep us from looking at it while it's looking at us.
Well,
So
maybe we can call it Peeping Atlas.
I like that. That's a
Peeping
better.
Atlas, because
Yeah,
it's
the peeping Atlas is out there, right?
I peep you.
Anyway, I'll make a prediction. In 3 months, this will be way back at the back of your file and you won't remember any of it. And there's no 3 Mile High tsunami coming, right?
I still think they should build bunkers. Do you know what? Go build a bunker. That's what I
Yeah.
think. We
But you
should
know what
all go
happens to
build
bunkers?
bunkers.
They flood. They flood. There's a water problem. There's a
Right.
mold problem. Nobody ever talks about that. You ever been in
No.
a basement that's been closed up too long?
Well, I think maybe because, Siri, it keeps, with the predictive spelling and stuff, maybe when they were looking up about how bunkers were a good idea, they
Hmm.
conflated flood with float, and they said that it floats because it was a typo. So they got confused.
Yeah, it's obviously anybody who has ever built those bunkers never saw the movie. What was it? War of the Roses.
I love that movie. Michael
Yeah,
Douglas. Oh my
War of
God.
the Roses. That'll tell you everything you need to know,
Well,
right?
and rubber baby buggy bunkers. Say that 10 times fast. Rubber baby buggy bunkers.
Yeah, and the thing is, I spent years building what's called underground on big construction projects, and you know. If you don't have a very deep background on what you're dealing with, you have no business building a shallow bunker. All right. And then you have no business building a deep bunker because
Well,
that's even worse. There's a
but
little problem called access.
isn't that what the mafia does? They give you give you a shallow bunker.
Um, yes.
Shallow bunkers for you.
I don't know which mafia you're talking about, but
I don't know any of them. It doesn't matter. Just anybody who likes to control people with violence and threats.
I thought we weren't
Shallow
going
bunkers.
to talk about religion anymore.
Oh, so are we done? Okay.
Not on religion. Okay, so we threw religion out the door on salvation theology. We should go for enlightenment. And of course, that's where we can ask the aliens important questions like, when does the universe end? Right? See, there's a 4 billion year old question you can ask, right?
Hmm.
Important things and things to worry about before you go to bed tonight need to be resolved before you can move on with your life. Otherwise, you might pay attention to yourself and your family and making money or something, which you could send to us in donations to the great God Zilla, who's in our religion. How's that?
I think you're mispronouncing it. I think if it's got the great god Zira.
No,
Zira,
Zilla.
Godzilla, Godzilla. You know
Yeah.
what's really crazy is guess who? Yeah, hold on. Here.
Oh,
If anybody likes Godzilla movies, we got frickin' Frack right here who did lots of voices for Godzilla movies. This guy and this gal.
All right.
Isn't that
Well,
funny you should bring Godzilla up?
what is great is we have such a great cinematic history for our religion. They put out all these Godzilla movies.
Oh,
I
I can
mean,
help you
they
with that.
go on forever and they're translated into many languages, which is better than we can say about American politics and other religions.
I'll tell you, if there were a religion, maybe the movie like you brought up on the phone earlier, The Gods Must Be Crazy. There's a good one. And Idiocracy, I think needs a
Yeah,
sequel.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Idiocracy definitely needs a sequel. I think
yeah.
Resident Alien is good, but they have
Yeah.
to outdo themselves because I'm bored.
Yeah, humanity, when faced, if there were such a thing as aliens, would be in the position of the gods must be crazy. Okay. Watch the movie, folks.
You
You'll,
know, I own a script called The Scroll, which starts out with a parrot flying over New York, and then you see it squat to take a poop, and you see two people who have something fall at their feet, and it's a scroll. And it basically says that the whole world is, I don't want to give it up, but it's a pretty funny script, I got to tell you. So maybe with any luck, I'll get it made because it's right up there with
and that makes perfect sense to me. What you
and
just
to
said.
me too. Of course it does, because we're us. What's up with the studio? Okay, let's go back. I blew my line. Hey, Randy,
Yes.
I have a question.
Hmm.
What's up with the nuclear submarines off of Russia?
Okay.
What's that about?
Um, my daddy is bigger than your daddy. How's that?
Well, my dog doesn't eat kennel ration. I cook for her, so she's better than yours.
My daddy is bigger than your daddy. And, we realize that world war politics is at the level of the fifth grade, then
That.
you don't have to burn too many brain cells to figure out kind of like what's going on, right?
Late. I've already smoked my kale. I know.
Yeah, smoke. No, we don't do ingestibles and inhalers and things like that, right? Remember, you start out with a certain number of brain cells and you've probably already wasted a lot of them if you're normal.
Watching the news, you waste all of them. That kills them right there.
Yeah.
It's like another CIA plot to make us stupid.
Yeah, the brain goes into lockdown. Imagine that, what that would look like.
Lockdown or shutdown? Both.
There, there's a difference. Yeah,
It's,
yeah,
fine
they're trying.
line.
So anyway, I just wonder if there's truly aliens out there. Do they have a better chocolate chip cookie recipe?
I don't know.
Important.
Randy Kramer
Important.
says they like beer and porn.
Yeah,
Get it.
yeah, yeah. And then we go, what's that look like, right?
Looks
And
like
here's
a
my whole
bar at
problem with
Star
this.
Wars and the champagne
Yeah.
room in the back.
Yeah, my problem with all these touchy-feely alien lovers, Steven, that's a first name that comes to mind, is touchy-feely alien lovers. Doesn't anybody remember cattle mutilations? Does anybody remember like abductions?
Linda, Linda, Linda,
And
Melinda,
and
Melinda, Melinda. My lab, my lab, my lab.
so if we throw out 60 years of National Enquirer, which tells the truth about all this. If we throw all that out, now we're left with touchy-feely aliens that are coming to save us and provide a golden era. And this is all church mythology. That's all it is,
Well, why
right?
would we wait for aliens when we've got a big ice ball going to do it for us?
Well, that's it,
So
you
much
know.
easier.
I've already seen the hailstone. I'm looking for the ping pong ball.
I have one in the other room. Would you like to see it?
Well, only if it's orbiting in our skies.
I could make it
Only
orbit your head.
if we paint some symbols on it, we call it a booga 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 spear.
Oh, oogie boogie booga, ooh
See?
ee ooh
See?
ah ah, ting tang,
See?
walla walla bing bang,
Yeah,
ooh
see?
ee ooh ah
Think about all the problems that we've solved tonight, right? God has a
ah.
name. We have
Oh
a
wait,
religion.
religion
Oh,
has an
for the nuclear
eyeball.
submarines. My daddy's
Religion
bigger than
has
your daddy.
balls. Is that what you're
Huh?
saying? Religion only has one ball, and it's called Three Eye Atlas.
And it's a hailstone, a snowball. It's oh, one of the great ones is that they supposedly, it's on the internet, so
I
they want
suppose
to
it's got to be true.
build a nuclear reactor on the moon. And it's like, I wonder why.
Because they can bore tunnels in there and put their bunkers. They can stuff their
Or
bunkers.
they could use helium-3. I mean, there could be a lot of proof of concepts with that thing. If they would only call me and consult with me, I'm sure I could provide them with the proper direction. That's a problem about being left out or sidelined through all this. Just think what the world would be better if they had you and me in there to help them out.
I'm really so very flattered that you've been including me in this stuff because
Yeah.
although
Yeah. I mean, think about you and I in the White House.
I've been
Or,
watching a show called The Residents. It's so funny. I watched it once and I'm watching it again because there's nothing else to watch that's actually funny. Except Resident Alien. That's actually kind of funny. But yeah, no, The Residents and all the rooms, the Lincoln bedroom and the blue room, and there's so many rooms in that house. We could never see each other in a whole year. It's a big
maybe,
place.
maybe it's a combo movie of Resident Alien and West Wing or whatever. We
The
could make,
West Wing meets,
and
well,
we could,
you know.
yeah, we could combine those two and have a new movie.
Well, I've already combined Third Rock from the Sun and Curb Your Enthusiasm. I've got a pitch deck made for that.
Or what? What
Curb Your
enthusiasm?
Enthusiasm meets Third Rock from the Sun.
What enthusiasm?
Curb, Larry David,
Oh
guy who
no.
created Seinfeld.
I can't even believe you can watch that guy, right?
Oh, I don't.
Yeah, you have
I
to watch it like this, right?
we're back to like
Yeah, no. You don't
Atlas
want
the
to burn
Peeper.
you don't want to burn your brain out, okay?
I think my dog is trying to burn her brain out. She's in the other room shrieking. Whatever. I have the kale. I have the power. So I've got the kale.
Be adventurous. Use fresh jalapenos instead of kale.
I have those in the other room too, honey.
It'll
That'll happen
provide,
after we
provide
get
you
off
with,
the thing. It'll be
it'll
a
provide you
jalapeno
with,
and an avocado.
yeah, it'll provide you with a totally different outcome, is what we say.
Is that pun very intended?
Yes.
Mhm.
Uh,
Red hot chili peppers on my jalapeno and call you in the morning.
yeah, 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 that works.
What if we spike JD Vance's food with some jalapenos and some chili peppers? If he would like that.
JD Vance, what?
Spike his food with some jalapenos.
Oh, you mean so he could actually have facial expressions?
If you can't make him do it, you can make him do it.
Yeah.
Man. Hey, Randy, I have more questions.
Okay, let's hear it. We got rid of the nuclear
We
subs.
got rid of the nuclear, mine is bigger than yours, and it's called in my world, in the music world, it's called banging your schwanzy on the table. Go around banging your, showing everybody how big it is. So I guess that's it. It's the schwanz bang. And oddly, submarines are very anyway. Um, my next question. Sasquatch. What is a Sasquatch?
A Sasquatch?
What's a Bigfoot? Is it is it a thing? Are they interdimensional creatures? Do they ride
Um,
two different horses at the same time?
the old language used, they called them forest people. Okay.
Okay.
And the implications are that they existed before the ice bridge, let's say from Siberia into into the northern hemisphere.
Okay.
The other implications are that they were we have several races of humans. It's not just Homo sapiens or whatever. They had Neanderthal, they had Cro-Magnon, and the implication of all that is that there may be a deviation in genetics
Okay.
that resulted in um, what do you call it, entities that exhibit these type of behavior and these type of existence or form and function. And so it's kind of like somebody or something that never left the forest. And all I can tell you is when I was 8 years old, my dad was going to kick me out to go fishing one day on Muddy Boggy Creek in Oklahoma. And I literally clawed the car to keep from leaving the car because whatever was out there scared the hell out of me. And so I didn't have a name for it. I later learned it was called Sasquatch. And some of the original sightings, as far as literature, were about Muddy Boggy and some lady's sitting on the can in her cabin and something reaches through the window. You know, every horror story you ever seen, or
Well, maybe she was having her womanly time and it smelled her.
yeah, well,
I know.
it's just scary movie. That's where they kind of got the plot, 50 years ago or whatever.
Okay.
And and then, they've never taken Sasquatch and made it into a Gillette ad. And I really don't understand that
Well,
because there's a great opportunity there.
wouldn't that be the same as Steve Carell when he's getting his chest waxed and the 40-year-old virgin? Isn't that kind of
I don't know that I would want to be the one that does a waxing on a Sasquatch or Bigfoot or whatever you want to
not
call
unless he was with elephant tranquilizers and like strapped down. Then maybe, maybe.
But they do have a presence. If you're ever, like I said, I've been in areas where like there is something horribly wrong, and that's the only language you have for it.
Because it
And
just feels so off. Yeah.
yeah, well, it's a high strangeness. And then what gets me is people want to talk about alien encounters. It's like go out in the woods somewhere where there's Sasquatches and see how you handle that encounter. Okay.
Well, that brings me back to another conversation we had where I was discussing my friends in Arizona and they were sitting and flickering a light and there was different light changing. And when the guy showed me the image, I saw different faces, like a lot of them. And I think he was looking into there was some kind of in and out, something was coming in and out.
Well, Arizona, New Mexico, Nevada, Utah, they don't have the same cohesiveness of, we'll call it dimensionality, that the rest of the place in the world do, or the rest of the United States does. In other words, reality is a different order of business in those areas. And anybody that lives there for very long will tell you the same thing. That's why that movie I wanted to produce, you know.
Which,
So
we can continue discussing. If I could rope one of my friends into helping us do it, I'd be happy to produce it for you.
yeah, I think I think it'd be a good time.
It would be
It,
fun.
it'd be something that captures people's attention for sure.
Let's see if I can get spider seeds made and distributed and see what happens. That's first up because whatever, but like while we're doing that, this other thing can start that sound of the roller coaster going clink 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 clink. Yeah, it'll be
Yeah. Come on, what other questions? We already dealt with aliens and Joel.
dogmen. What's with the dogmen and people who go to that place and then dogmen?
Well, again, it gets into the theory of isolates. And
Okay.
by the way, I came up with that when I was about 12 years old. I was collecting coins. And I had gone through, I'd go to the bank on Saturday and imagine that banks were open. And
I remember that.
buy like $20 worth of pennies or dimes or something and sort through them looking for things that were worth more money. I did that and I made money doing it. And one of the things I thought about was that there were areas where we'll love that the money supply circulation speed was less than it was in the town I was in. So I would travel to these little bitty towns when we would go fishing or whatever. And I'd go in those banks, and that money had been there for a long time, and that you had a greater chance of success in finding what you were looking for. So now, if we take isolates, let's go to Appalachia. Let's go to certain Mormon towns in Utah. And what you're going to see is, for lack of better words, deviant inbreeding. And we don't know what the genetic outcomes and directions those things are going, especially if they're left in isolation, let's say for 5 generations. You can get some really, uh, what do they call it? Outside the bell curve genetic responses or outcomes.
I feel like that's a good parallel to the royal family and all of the inbred, what they would call morons, feeble-minded, and autists, that they would just, there's so many royals that were locked up in a place with other feeble-minded, not
Yeah,
functional.
they're
Like this is,
yeah, they're still doing that, by the way.
of course they are.
But it's a trend that hasn't made its debut in the United States yet. But um, there might be some impetus for that to occur. Let's put it that way.
What, how surprising.
Yeah. And we can just call them junior or the third or, make up other names, right?
Wow. There's the fourth wandering around, of whom I think I'm fond of some of the things he says. Then I guess when it came to disclosure, the fourth said, disclosure is all well and good, but if my friends talk, they'll get killed. So I don't want to see my friends get killed. So maybe disclosure's not a great. These people are so
There's no such thing as disclosure. There's no such
holy.
thing as like UFOs. There's no such thing as UAPs. Okay.
You're making so many people upset right now with this information, Randy.
Well,
Nobody loves you anymore because you busted their
if
bubbles, their UFO bubble
if they
just.
just embraced ZILLA as a god, they would be able to drop all these other problems that they're worried about in life. How's that?
People get ready.
Yep. There's a train a coming.
That's right.
Get off the tracks. That's the main thing.
Well, that's because everybody's wandered off the tracks. If they would just get back on the train, maybe it would
Oh,
be good.
and on today's subjects, all people need to do is listen to like Trump or JD Vance or General Flynn or Putin or what is that guy in Israel's name? Anyway,
The
all you
thug,
got to do
thug
is
number two.
listen to them and then in the background play Poor Little Sugar on It Baby by Pat Benatar. There you go. Hell, and one
Wow.
other thing about that AI three eye Amazon thing, whatever you want to call it. That
Origins ice balls.
okay, the song for that. to play as accompaniment to be able to put you in the right mood to be able to watch or listen to all the news that comes out about that is I'm a pterodactyl, dun, 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 dying for your love. They can look it up. It's a song. I didn't make it up, right?
Are you high?
No, I've been left alone all weekend to think about all this stuff. That
Oh,
I tend to
wow.
go a little feral when I'm left alone for any
Yeah.
length of.
Did somebody put you in a timeout? Were you bad? Did you been left alone too long? Macaulay Culkin.
That's where I learned my break-in skills, breaking in, breaking out. I think it's all the same.
I know how to use this to get in my house now. So now all I need to do is leave one under my door just in case I flake. How's that?
If not, just resort to force. Works for everybody.
Yeah, maybe not so much with the 60-year-old thing body. I would rather not have force. I'd rather just slip a little. Right.
Okay, so the world stage is full of fifth graders. We've got a new name for God. We found out that the aliens aren't aliens. They're figments of people's imagination. And they're also demonic because if we have a God, we have to have the demons on the other side. So, so we have the demon aliens, the alien demons. Remember the ones that used to suck the blood and all that stuff? So,
Succubi, yes.
yeah, yeah, the ones that come and visit you at night, right?
Hmm. Like the
Right.
gin.
Oh my God, I feel better having solved all the world's problems. Maybe it's time for today's sponsor. Everybody should have a Snickers bar. How's that?
I used
So,
to eat giant Snickers bars and I would eat the chocolate off first, then I
yeah,
would eat the peanuts and the nougat so that all I had left was the caramel at the end. It was a mess, but I loved it. I don't do that anymore.
one good lick deserves another. That's what we say in fighting.
Wasn't
Anyway,
that like a Tootsie Pop
yeah, yeah,
lollipop? One good lick deserves another.
something
Mm,
like that.
something like that.
Sugar
Wow.
babies, something.
Sugar baby. I like sugar daddies better because I didn't like
Yeah,
they're sugar mamas.
yeah. Sugar
Russell
mama. Oh
Chew. Wow. I
man,
think
sugar
we
mama.
have type 2 diabetes yet.
Yeah.
Talking about this stuff. All the things we don't. Where's my kale? I need more kale. Just talking
Uh,
about this.
I don't even know if I'm available for sugar mamas at this stage in life, but
No, Vanna White would get really pissed off, probably. We're not doing that.
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, that's
Yeah,
where
okay,
we
so
are.
wait, that was three. It was we it was a big ice ball, and then it's demonic. We went sideways. So the right? Okay. Was there anything else? My daddy's bigger than your daddy. We got that rid of that.
Oh,
And and then
yeah,
islets.
yeah. Religion, send me all your money. I mean, what else do people need to know in this life, right?
I don't know. Send $1 to Leanne Curtis at P.O. Box.
A dollar's not going to cut it.
No, but if a
Yeah,
million people do that,
inflation. You need to up the dollar thing,
there are
right?
8 billion people on the planet. How hard would it be to get a million people to send you $1? Seriously.
Oh man, dear old brother Joel's doing really good with all that, right?
Oh,
So,
Steve. Gesundheit. You're supposed to say Gesundheit. Where are your manners?
I mean, what does he have that I don't have?
Pretty blue
And
eyes and dark black hair, and I don't know.
is it hair? Is that what the deal is?
I don't know. Like clearly it hasn't helped me.
Make you look good. Okay, so I'm glad we resolved all this. People can make their Rolodex of all the important things that are going on, and they can put them in the file and forget about them until they're brought back up by the press. And then you can yank out your file and go, oh, yeah, on December 10th, I worried about that, and I'm so glad they reminded me. And so, in this way, you have so much more free time to actually have fun in life. How's that?
Or at least get over all the cortisol that was spiking when you remembered to look at your whatever it was. It'll balance it out, maybe.
Yeah. And knowing all this from us should create a sense of devotion and a sense of wanting to be a benefit to the leader of the Blue Chicken Club
Fault.
and you and I going to the White House to straighten that out.
Then we could
And
have Waffle House delivered to us like every day on the nuclear airplane.
yeah, that little variety in all this like McDonald's and Diet Coke thing that big
Well,
team's on. I mean, come on, a little diversity here
I
and
think
action, right?
sushi and pho and some Indonesian food, like we gotta be a little culturally, elevated when
But you
it
know,
comes to the
did you know
curiosity.
there's no Waffle Houses in DC and there's no Waffle Houses in New York City? Does that tell you?
That's what it does tell me a lot, actually.
Yeah,
It tells me more than I want to know.
that's exactly right. Right.
Are we done?
Yes,
Okay.
right.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Yeah, there's nothing really going on this week, so
Oh,
it's all
wait.
going to be review stuff. I mean,
There
right.
was a lady who had a question and I keep forgetting, and now I don't know if I can find it. I'm so sorry. Can you,
Send your questions in, right?
yeah, definitely send your questions in, and maybe if I remember, like I did remember, Randy is what is happening? We've got some comments. Randy's such a happy guy. Yeah, he is.
What?
Somebody said that you're a happy guy. Oh my gosh, best show ever. Come on, Randy, show some compassion. Because you're
Whoa.
a little hardcore there with your funny comments.
You
Like,
will never find anybody more compassionate than me. How's that?
I agree.
Okay,
Circle gets a square.
if we're gonna devolve to lies, I think it's time to say bye bye. How's that?
Maybe I should take my hair down and pretend I'm Andrew Bustamante. Look,
There you go. There, yeah. Maybe it's the new Martian look.
is it? Take your ponytail and put it on both sides. Oh, this is what I would look like if I cut my hair.
No, I gotta try that sometime.
What? Take your ponytail on top of your head and then put it like that?
Yeah, yeah,
It peekaboo.
yeah. I did that and scared somebody. Anyway,
And it wasn't even Halloween. Okay, that's enough.
all right, bye.
Bye.